Hey guys, it's Mrs. Ward back with your second task for math this week. So the last task, we created a chart that compared the relationship between the number of hands and the number of fingers on a hand. Today's chart is a little bit similar and a little bit different. Today's chart has two columns on it. It has people and fingers. So I want you to think about that for 1 second. You have one person. So how many fingers would go on our table today? 10. Great job. So we're going to quickly fill in this chart today because by this time I think you guys have really gotten down this idea of how many groups and how many in a group. So we're going to copy and paste our dude so that we have two people. And we're going to go over to our chart and look at it. Go ahead and look at your chart. If there are two people, how many fingers are there? Great job if you typed 20. Let's continue with that pattern. We have 3 people. How many fingers are there? Great job if you typed 30. What about 4 people? If there are 4 people, how many fingers do you see? Great job if you typed 40. Let's do it 2 more times. 5 people. How many fingers do 5 people have? And remember, you're at home, so you can just shout out the answer without even having to raise your hand. 50. And last row on our table asks how many fingers do 6 people have? Great job if you said 60. Now, I want you to start to notice a pattern or a relationship between these multiples of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and how many people there are, how many groups there are. So if there's 1 group, 10 fingers. If there's 2 groups, 20 fingers. If there's 3 groups, 30 fingers. 4 groups is 40 fingers. So see if you can use that relationship to figure out how many fingers 8 people would have. If you said 80, you are definitely meeting the learning target because you can see that pattern. To help us get a little more comfortable with this pattern, you have a little task here. You've already filled in your table with me as we're talking. What I'd like you to do is go over to the 120 chart and click on the hyperlink. And when you get there, this is exactly like the one that you did in task 1, except in that chart, you were highlighting the multiples of 5. Today, we're going to be highlighting the multiples of 10. I'm going to choose purple today. So the ones we've already named would be 1 group, 1 person, 10 fingers, 2 groups or 2 people, 20 fingers, 3 groups or 3 groups of 10 or 3 people, 30 fingers. I'd like you to go in and highlight the rest of the numbers on this chart. Take a minute to pause the video, and then when you're finished with your 120 chart, come back to do this next task. right, for our next task, we're going to use what we're noticing about multiples of 10, or the relationship between a group and a multiple of 10, to organize Mrs. Ward's big jumbly mess of Unifix cubes. Okay, so I have a big jumbly mess here, and I'd like to straighten them up. So if you were in class, of course, I'd have you guys do the work of straightening them up, but since you guys aren't here, I did a little work for you. So take a minute to look at this group of Unifix cubes and just say out loud what you notice about it. Does anybody notice that it's made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cubes? Okay, so we'll focus in on that guy. So how many cubes are here? 10. And how many towers do I have? Just one. What if I add another one? We'll let that focus. Okay, this is the same exact size as the first tower. So now, how many towers do I have? 2. And how many cubes are there in all? Pause if you need to count. Okay, what if I add in, so this was 20, what if I add in 2 more towers of 10? Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 10. Do you have a fluent way of figuring out how many cubes I have in all that's not counting by ones? Okay, if you said 40, awesome job. All right, so we're going to continue counting the cubes, the organized groups of cubes in Miss Ward's basket. I'm going to scoot these guys over. Okay, and let's just throw a little sticky note on those guys to remind us that we said there were 40. Upside down for you guys. Let me flip it. There you go. All right, what about this group? This is all the yellows that I had in the basket. So how is this group a little bit different than the orange group? I have 2 full groups of 10, but then I have a partial group of 10. We call those ones or singles. So think for a minute, how many cubes, how many yellow cubes do you see in my group? $10, $20, $21, $22, $23. So let's make a note and label those guys and scoot them over. All right, and here's our last group. I'll spread them out a little bit for you to pause and count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 full towers of 10 and 1 partial tower. So take a second to count how many you see. Okay, let's count them together. We could say 10, 20, 30, 40 to figure out how many are in the full towers. Or we might be able to use what we know about the relationship between how many groups and multiples of 10. If there are 4 groups of 10, there are 40 cubes in all. And let's count these guys. This would be 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Okay. On the next page, you will find some groups of Unifix cubes that you need to count and label with the number that are there. And then there's a challenge for you to add all of the Unifix cubes on the page together. Good luck!